Hi there, welcome to another video for Leaving Cert Ordinary Level Maths, continuing into Arithmetic, and now looking at depreciation. Depreciation is where things decrease in value over time. So cars are a perfect example of this. You buy a brand new car, and as soon as you drive it out of the garage, it's already lost something like 10% of its value. So depreciation over time, things, wear and tear, they're not worth as much money as they used to be. Computers is another one, that become obsolete. They're not up to the latest standard, so they lose value. It's very similar to compound interest, just in reverse. Instead of increasing over time, it's decreasing over time, so it's compounding negatively. If a car depreciated in value by 20% a year, then at the end of the first year, it'll be 80% of its value at the beginning of the year. So if it was worth 100%, at the end of the year, now it's only worth 80%. And in the following year, it'll be worth 80% of what it was at the end of the first year. And it'll be worth 80% what it was at the end of the second year. And it kind of stays going on like that. Causes of depreciation, so you have wear and tear, you have obsolescence, passage of time, and extraction. So like in mining, if there's less gold in the ground, that mine isn't worth as much. As the asset is depreciating by a percentage amount and not a fixed amount, then it's compounding. So it's not decreasing by, let's say, €5,000 every year. It's decreasing by 20% every year. So that figure is changing every year because it's not worth as much money. There's a formula for depreciation to make our life a bit easier, and it's very similar to the compound interest formula, just instead of adding on the interest, we're now taking away that interest. So depreciation is going down. This is in the log tables again on page 30. F stands for your new value, and sometimes that's referred to as NBV, the net book value. So in cars, when they talk about the book value, that's what they're talking about. So how much it was worth at the start, and it's after depreciating a certain amount, so how much is it worth now? Like how much would a 2012 car or 2017 car be worth now? Your book value. P is your original value, your principal. T is your time in years, and I is your rate of depreciation. This first example, DPD bought a new delivery van for $25,000. It is a company policy to depreciate delivery vans at a rate of 20% per annum. So that means again per year. What will be the net book value of the asset after 3 years? And then how much depreciation is written off the van in the first 3 years. So I want to find the value of this van after 3 years. So I'm looking for F, the value of it. P, the principal, the starting value is 25,000. T, the time that's passed, will be 3 years. And I, the rate of depreciation, is 20%. So as a decimal, that's 0.2. Important that you're putting that in as a decimal, or else the formula won't work. Formula for depreciation, F equals P times 1 minus I to the power T. Minus I, just be careful there, that's not compounding interest you're doing, it's depreciation. Filling into this formula then, F equals 25,000 times 1 minus 0.2 to the power 3. F equals 12,800. So after 3 years, that delivery van is worth €12,800. How much did it depreciate by? Well, it started off at 25,000, and at the end of the 3 years, it was worth 12,800. So that means it depreciated by €12,200 in the 3 years. Second example, an accountant is auditing a set of books and sees that the net book value of an asset 4 years after the date of purchase is 28,710.34. The policy of the company is to depreciate this asset at a rate of 15% per annum. What was the original cost of the asset to the nearest euro? As soon as they say depreciation, you're getting that formula down on the page. See, can you fill in F, P, T, and I? So my formula F equals P times 1 minus I times T. Right, the final value at the end, the accountant says it was worth 28,710.34. We don't know how much the principal was, how much it started off at. That's what we're trying to find. The time it was after 4 years, and the rate of depreciation was 15% or 0.15. Let's fill in what we know. The final figure, we don't know P, 1 minus 0.15, and the time was 4. Okay, we can do a bit of tidying up here. We're not doing anything crazy. So 1 minus 0.15 is going to be 0.85 to the power of 4. 0.85 to the power of 4 will be 0.522 times P. And now to get P on its own, we'll divide both sides by 0.522. So 28,710.34, divide that by 0.522, will give us the principal, the starting amount. So this van was worth €55,000.65, and it asks for the nearest euro, so this is going to be €55,001. That's how much that asset started off at. That's a little bit trickier, but you can still work out with the figures you're given over here, and then it's just to divide across by that at the end to get P on its own. That's depreciation. Hope you found that useful.